My name is Bethany Lockard, and I actually teach at Johns Creek. I'm an 8th grade math teacher, and I did participate in the flipped classroom project the last couple of years. So I know a little bit about it, and I've heard her talk a lot about it. So she felt comfortable with me presenting this, even though I've only been through it one time myself, the presentation. So I already apologize. She would have done a much better job at presenting this. She's very excited about it. She actually, one of the reasons why she ended up in surgery last night is because she knew this was coming up, and she put it off, and so there was finally no putting it off anymore. And so anyway, also this morning, our sons are they're the open box app design winners, and so she was really hoping to be there for that. They could design an app called Cousin Quest. But anyway, I'll get into this. The project overview, she was trying to find out how might using video technologies and a flipped classroom approach improve student engagement and increase student achievement in Algebra 2. Of course, the flipped classroom idea is that you create videos that the students can watch outside of class, and then they're able to do more productive work with the teacher in class. So they're receiving the instruction. It flips the approach. The normal approach is you get instruction, then you do the activities out. It flips it. So she was trying to see, will it really have an effect? So her student population, this was really big for her because she has no honors classes. She teaches Algebra 2 to a lot of seniors who this is their last math. They are just done with it. And so she had 4 classes of it, about 100 students. She had 2 inclusion classes, and all of the senior vocational students. So you can kind of get an idea of what, type of student that she teaches. So she decided to flip one unit using teaching videos that she created herself. The students view the video content in class as a whole group and in small groups. What happened the first year that she did this, like the students, they weren't interested. They didn't watch the videos outside of class. So then they would come in, and she has these activities prepared, and they aren't ready for the activity because they didn't watch the video. So she decided to embed the video in class. And she thought it really worked for her because she was able to show the video. It is her teaching, but she was monitoring the students, making sure that they were taking notes, making sure that they were awake and watching the video. And she could stop it and pause and elaborate as needed. So that approach really worked for her student population. Also, the students did have access outside of class that they could watch them if they wanted to study, or if they missed class, they would still have the instruction provided. She used data-driven informative assessment tools throughout the unit. She then would compare the unit test scores, and then she gave the students a student engagement survey to find out their thoughts. With the grant, she obtained an iPad Mini 4 that she actually used to create her videos. She got 3 Chromebooks that the students were able to use in class, and also a Griffin stylus. She housed her videos on her website, moonmath.webs.com. They were available to them at any time on here, and she was able to, she would actually pull the website up in class and go from there so that they knew where to find them all the time. And then honestly, when she was telling me about it, she said this right here was the key for her success with this unit of study, were these formative assessments that she was able to implement. She used Google Forms. She was able to get very quick assessment type results there. She used Plickers, Kahoot, and Pearson SuccessNet. And here are her results. In 2014-15, with the traditional approach, her test score, her unit test results, the average was a 70.8. The first year that she did the flip, which was the students watching the videos outside the unit, and then, outside of class, and then the activities in, 77.2, and then she called the next year the flip-flop method. And she said, there wasn't a big difference in the achievement level with putting it in the classroom, but she could tell a difference in her students' understanding by showing the video in class. And then here are her student engagement survey results. This first one, I regularly watch the assigned video before class, and of course most of them would disagree with that because that was not her, that wasn't the approach that she was using. But they, I think the highest, I participated in group activities in class related to the video lecture. And then right here, I worked the assigned textbook problems in class. They agreed. She had some more. So the average ratings were pretty good. The student comments, she said, were the most helpful to us. What do you see as benefits of a flipped lesson? And these were direct quotes from their survey. I could rewatch the lesson at any time, anywhere. It's a more interesting way to learn, a more relaxed way of learning. It made it easier to take notes. The teacher can walk around to help. They got more one-on-one help. There was more instruction that was done. They could keep track of their progress, opportunity to try something different, more fun, more concentrating learning, much more engaging. And then here are some benefits of the traditional or the non-flipped class without watching the videos. They said that we could ask more specific questions and it was easier to ask questions. Kids are more used to it. You can do it when the power goes out. Students would take more notes, and which this last comment with her second approach, really, students may not watch videos before coming to class and would be lost. That wasn't what she had intended it to be anyway. Flipping is like having more teachers in the room. They were asking her to keep this approach. They liked the approach better. This is the future. Just know what you're trying to achieve as long as I learn it. Doesn't matter how I learn it. But overall, it was beneficial. So according to her achievement data, there was a 7.5% increase from the traditional instruction year, and then a 1.1% from the traditional flipped year when she did the flip-flop. And on a scale of from 1 to 5, overall average engagement was at a 3.4, with 5 being the most engaged. This was anonymous self-reporting, and remember, there were no honor students in the class, so I do think that had an effect. But anyway, thank you very much.